Long ago in the heart of England, there was a beautiful house called Alton Towers. It was owned by a rich earl and was said to be the finest house in the kingdom. But when the earl died, his family argued about who owned what. They argued so much they went to court and wasted all their money. The house became a ruin. Then some businessmen bought Alton Towers and installed a fun fair in the gardens. But as the years went by, customers became bored with the old attractions. They wanted something new. So one day, a leisure corporation called Pearson's decided to buy Alton Towers. They came with flowcharts, focus groups and satisfaction surveys. They had a formula for fun. They called it the Alton Towers Magic. From now on, they decided, everything would be done according to the magic.
What is the Alton Towers magic?
Well, the magic is, it's magical. It's so different from anything else. It's almost as though it's unreal, but it's actually happening to you. And that's only what you get here.
The magic of Alton Towers is pure fun and fantasy and escapism. That's the magic of Alton Towers. I think we do it rather well.
You're here to create what they say is a magical day for everyone, so if you can make someone have a good time, even if you make someone laugh once or make they enjoy the ride or be nice to someone, it cheers them up a bit, then you've made their day a bit better. So it's called creating, adding to the magic, you see, so every bit you can do, even if it's one little thing, it makes someone's day better, then you've done something that's going to cheer them up and something that they'll hopefully remember and take with them.
It was hard to see the magic, but only a fool was said to doubt its existence. It was everywhere, on the rides, at the food stands, in the queues. Nothing was left to chance. Magic had become the corporate mantra.
About a year ago, we actually created a mission statement at Alton Towers. And it reads, why we are here is to create magic for everyone. So first of all, for our guests. We will create magic for all our guests by exciting and entertaining them with an experience which is unique and totally themed. Second element is for our staff. We'll make Alton Towers a magical place to work by developing individual skills, personal responsibility, and work which is fun and rewarding. And finally, for our shareholders, as after all we're part of a public company, we will ensure a magical future by beating the competition, improving our financial success, and investing to strengthen our position as the UK's #1 theme park.
If you move the cafe, you can get the flow line round the back of the cafe, and then you don't need to worry about getting everyone across the roof of it.
Alan?
But being #1 wasn't easy. The company had to keep up with the times and make the magic as modern as possible. So they brainstormed and consulted and came up with a plan. They decided to build the world's most magical roller coaster.
Come February, we'll run a teaser campaign, okay? We'll run that for a couple of weeks. What we'll do is we won't associate it with Alton Towers in any way. It'll just be establishing the brand, the colourways and the icon. And then from the start of March, that effectively is the date when we'll release it to the world.
Unauthorized personnel, please stand clear.
Clear the area, please. Clear the area, please.
It would be a roller coaster for the late 90s. Cool, modern, very millennium.
The new ride for next year is something it's quite unusual, and to say the least, we're extremely excited about it. What it is, the ride in essence is a very simple proposition because it's the world's first vertical drop roller coaster. And that sounds fairly scary, but it's sort of technically incredibly challenging. There's a lot of instances in the world at the moment where coasters have got sort of fairly steep drops. But there are no coasters where it literally goes completely vertical. What the ride will do, it's a fairly straightforward ride. You go up to a very high point, about 100 foot above ground. You will hang on the edge, on the precipice, for about 3 seconds or so, and then you will vertically plunge. The ride's called Oblivion because we debated the ride name for an awful long time, but Oblivion is the state of being forgotten. And when you drop off that edge, you'll feel very much like you're about to drop into this enormous hole and you're into the state of being forgotten at a terrifying rapid pace, which should get a few people going.
The time is not yet right.
Everyone was excited. They knew something was being built, but no one knew what it was or what it would be called.
That information is classified. Please clear the area. Operative 242 to Security 3. Sector 4. Imminent. Roger.
People don't know how incredibly hard it is standing absolutely still while people mill past you and there's noises going on, and you can't interact with them, you can't banter with them, you can't laugh, smile, joke. They didn't want any of that.
Clear the area, please.
They wanted this guy who stood out like a sore thumb, hence the costume. But at the same time, they wanted what was going on behind him to be kept secret. So it was a very hard contrast to hit.
Don't touch.
The whole ethos of Alton Towers is friendly, personable, do as much as you can for the customer. This is why this is such a complete contrast. You've got to be antisocial, not speak to anybody. Sometimes it's very hard to do that because you're so much the opposite way around. They employ people for those qualities.
Being the number one at what we do is not just about the mixture of rides and attractions at Alton Towers. The high-quality entertainment, major investment in state-of-the-art rides may well be what the visitors come for. But they are only one part of producing the magic, because there is a major element without which Alton Towers is nothing. Who creates the magic?
People in the magic factory worked long hours for low wages. There were no unions or labor problems. Things like that were old-fashioned. The new way was for everyone to pull together for the good of the company. The workers had to look smart and cheerful at all times. They were told to behave like ambassadors for Alton Towers.
Okie, shall we start? Because we haven't got much room today, when I just say your name, can you stand up and wriggle your socks for me, please? Ruth, have you got trousers on today? Can we have a wriggle, please? Yeah, Mr. Maddox? Okay, Steve? Excellent. Ian? Thank you. Lads behind? Come on, Nick, I want to wriggle. Kirsty? Baby Spice, come on, don't let us down. Oh! I have to wear black or grey plain socks. Unfortunately, Kirsty had got Mickey Mouse on, and we tend to send them, at the beginning of the season, we tend to send them up to wardrobe and tell them to buy plain black socks up there, because they sell them there at £2.
Has the place changed much over the years?
Yeah, incredibly, yeah. Well, in the old days, it was like a hidey-high. Sort of everyone knew each other. I mean, the only thing that was lacking was the little chalets at the end of the park. Now it's not as close, a lot more business-orientated. Yeah, it's all sorts of procedures and, you know, trying to meet the profit margins and things like that, I think.
What do you mean, procedures?
How to clean a donut machine procedure, how to scrub a floor procedure, what chemicals to use when scrubbing a floor, and, you know, everything like that, where before you just got your squirter washing up liquid and had a quick... Now everything's written down.
Procedures, procedures. There was even a procedure for having fun. The company believed that happy workers were magical workers.
This is a new approach here, and we think it's the right one. And we think it's the right one for the late 90s. We think it's the approach that's going to work. And it seems to be working at the moment. Our guest satisfaction scores are doing better. Our staff tell us that it's a better place to work through surveys we've done with them. So we seem to be getting there. It takes a long time to change a culture. Really, we want them to realise, and they are, that the more they can enjoy a job, and the more they can add enjoyment to the guest, the quicker the day goes, and the more they just like coming to work.
People come down and say, oh, doesn't that music drive you mad? It doesn't for one way, I think it's cheerful, but the other way is I can't really hear it. I've been listening to it for 4 years, and I switch off to it. The only time I remember that there's music on the ride is when someone says to me, doesn't that drive you mad? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's music. But the first time I heard it, I thought it was great. This year I've heard bits I've never heard before. There's actually a little backbeat to it that no one else knows is there. And I sit there humming along to this backbeat and everyone's saying, well, that's not the music, but if you listen closely, it's actually there. I only found that this year. So that's 3 years of listening to it. So, but as you go around, people listen to it. And then they actually play it out on the area now. You know, they have these little musical bins out there. They've got a Toyland music coming out there, so you can't even get away from it when you go out there now.
You know, this repetitive strain, stress thing that's about now, I'll be surprised if somebody doesn't claim it for their hearing. When you wake up in the middle of the night hearing the music, it's time to pack up. Oh, gobbler.